And what was the more important thing in fractions? For example, 3/5
Your favorite.
time 10/9. How do we multiply this stuff across? Either we can multiply across and reduce it, or what do we do? Cross reduce it, right? We get 3 goes into 1 3 times, into 9 how many times? 3. And 5 goes into 5 1 times, into 10. Then we get smaller numbers by cross reducing it. So we multiply top with top 2, bottom with bottom 3. Right? So what we do when we multiply things is what? We multiply across, right? When we are multiplying fractions, do they have to have same denominator? Who said yes? No. Multiplying, dividing, only adding and subtracting needs common denominators. Okay? What is wrong with this picture? 416 times 3/5. Can I cross reduce this 3 and 6, Leonardo? What is wrong with this picture? Amira, what's wrong with it? Why can't we multiply those two numbers as it is?
Yeah, mixed number.
This is a mixed number. And remember, I don't know how many million times I repeated it. You can never multiply or divide mixed numbers. You have to convert them into what? Very good, improper fraction. So first we do 6 times 4, 24 and 1.
Plus 5.
25. So it's 25/6 times 3/5. Now we can multiply. And 3 we cross reduce. 3 1s 2. 5 goes into 1. And so answer is 5/, right? And sometimes the answer will be an improper fraction. Sometimes you may have to convert the answer back into mixed number. So what is the mixed number for it? 2 goes into 5 how many times?
2 times 1/.
And 1 left out. Right? So you may have to kind of deal with that kind of stuff. Then you may be asked to divide stuff. So what is 2 3 divided by 5/7? How do we divide fractions, Leonardo?
You keep the first one.
You keep the first one as it is, and division becomes what?
Multiplication.
And what do we
Flip it.
do second?
Flip.
Flip it.
So the answer, and then we see if we can cross reduce stuff, and we can't. So 2 times 7 is what?
14.
3 times 5.
15.
So the answer is 14 over 15. Do you guys know how to divide? So the key to division, we keep the first fraction as it is, and what do we do the second one? We flip it. Very good. Then the next thing we did was decimals, right? And what is the key with decimals? How do we add or subtract decimal number? 3.5 plus 15.75. So what is the key to adding decimal number? We write the first one, then we align the decimal, right? That's the key. Aligning the decimal and writing. And what do we do with the blanks? Fill them up with? Right. So that's how we just add them. And then we add them regular, and then we put the decimal where it belongs. So adding and subtracting decimals is done. Okay. What is the difference between 0.6 and 0.6 with a bar?
One's repeating.
One is repeating. This one, right? So is it less, equal, or greater? Suppose this was the question.
Less.
0.6 is less than.
Yeah, because this is just 0.6 and nothing. No, this is 10th value, right? 10th place. Nothing in 100 place, nothing in 1000 place, nothing. This one is 0.6. So 10th places are exactly the same, but then it has additional material there, right? that keeps going on. So obviously, this one is greater or this one is less, right? And how do we get repeating numbers? Because for example, 2/3, this is fraction. If we convert that into decimal, what are we doing? Divide 3 into 2. And 3 doesn't go into 2. What do we put?
6
A
times
0.
2 over 30.
Go 0 time. Then remember there are a lot of zeros after the decimal that are just sitting there. And 3 goes into 20 how many times?
6.
And I have to, because I jumping the decimal, I put decimal in the answer. 6. So 18, 2 left over, then I bring 0, 6. That's how it happens. Right? How do we multiply decimals? What is 0.2 times 0.3? What is the answer? 0.6?
0.06.
Yeah. 3 times 2 is 6. Then I have how many numbers after decimal?
2.
One number here, so 2. So I have to move the decimal twice. So this is only one time. Right? So the answer is 0.06, not 0.6. And to make sure that everybody understands that there is no whole number, I put also a 0 there. So those were some of the things that we did in decimals, converting back and forth. How do you convert a 0.35 into a fraction? Does anybody remember how we convert decimals into fractions? Come on now. Huh? Divide?
You put a line.
You put a line.
A 1 under the decimal.
You put 1 under the decimal,
And then 0 for every number following.
0 every number follow. Then we can remove the decimal. Yeah, so 35 over 100, right?
Or you can reduce. Well, you can't really reduce it.
You can reduce it. 5 over 7 over 20.
Yeah.
I hope you would remember that. Because I can't make you remember these things, you know. These are some basic things that you need to know if you have to do something.